Bruce Anderson here with you, bringing you the HETV Game of the Week. We're at Schaumburg today, where Schaumburg is hosting Hoffman Estates in today's baseball game. Schaumburg is 7-6-1 and 1-3 in the conference, while Hoffman Estates is 9-4 and 2-2 in the conference. So today should be a good game. Yesterday these two teams played and Schaumburg came out victorious 5-2. So Hoffman Estate's looking for some payback here. Stay tuned for baseball here on HETV. Okay, Jack Bellinger on the mound here for Schaumburg, number 17. First up is number 1, Harris. Brandon Harris is the second baseman for the Hawks, and he takes a strike. Bellinger, the kick and the pitch. Off speed, ball. Another off speed, but this one's for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the curveball. So Harris down swinging for the first out. Brings up the catcher, Howell. Takes a strike at the knees. Bellinger, the kick and the pitch. Ooh, got him out in front of an off-speed breaking ball. Strike 2. Bellinger got good stuff here to start off with. Check swing down to first base, foul. So the count will stay at 0-2. Cold wind blowing out of the west here. Gusting up to about 20 miles an hour would be my guess. Chilly day here in Schaumburg. Bellinger looks in, kicks and delivers. And there's a chopper to the second baseman. And over in time. 2 outs. So that'll bring up the third hitter, Mays. Mays is the shortstop for the Hawks. Going to see if he can get something going here with 2 outs. Let's go, kick and the pitch high. He ducks out of the way for ball 1. There's the pitch. Strike. Right at the knees. Time is called by Mays. Steps out. Count is 1-1. Little chatter from the Hawks bullpen. Third baseman drops the ball, picks it back up, still able to get it over for the out. So 1, 2, 3 for Bellinger. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 0-0 going into the bottom half of the first. Ryan Ward on the mound here for Hoffman Estates. One of the Hawks' better pitchers. We'll see what he's got today. There's a throw down to second base. Top of the order. Kiskowski, Broccolino, and Ralston coming up. Kiskowski is the shortstop. Kiskowski ready. Ward fires. Ball one. There's a strike, 1-1. Ward keeping the ball down. Sun peeking out here, that's a nice. Oh, bounces at one. Into the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Inside, ball 3, 3-1. Kiskowski probably getting something good to look at here. You don't want to start off with a walk. And there's called strike 2, full count. Count is full, the wind up the pitch. Foul down the third base line. Coach Seeley choosing not to field that ball. Here's from his bench. So Ward with the payoff. There's a single. Either the shortstop or the third baseman able to get that. It goes out into the right field for a single. So Kiskowski starts him off with a base hit.
Watch the hands. Watch the hands.
Ward checks the runner. Play over to first. Back in time. Ward letting Kiskowski know I got my eye on you. Here's the pitch. Offside, outside, off speed outside for ball 1. There's the pitch and it's high, ball 2. There's a strike. 2-1 is the count. Ward throwing some pitches here in the first inning. There's another pickoff play to first. Kiskowski back in plenty of time. Dives back in, gets the uniform all dirty. Shortstop over to second. Not in time, but able to get the force. So Broccolino on with the fielder's choice. Got a pretty good lead there. Ralston at the plate, he hits it up the middle, hits it to the shortstop. No relay over to first.
Just like that, Ryan. Way to work. Ryan, those ground balls, Ryan. That's it.
So the number 4 hitter, the catcher Teely, with Ralston on first base. Two fielders' choices, force out at second. 2 outs, 1 on. There's the first pitch for a strike.
All day, Ryan.
So Ward able to get the Saxons to hit it into the ground, keep it inside the infield. There's a pickoff to first, close, but Ralston back in. So Ward not shy about going over there to first, and runners off. And that's a fair ball just inside the right left field line. So Teely with a double. So runners on second and third, 2 out. Got a courtesy runner for the catcher. There's a pitch over to third, knocked down. And he got him. Nice stretch by the first baseman. But that keeps the run from scoring. 5-3 put out. So 2 runs and 2 left on. No score at the end of 1. So the sun out, a welcome sight, bringing a little warmth to the field. The 3, 4, 5 hitters, Rush, Willis, and Ward. Rush takes strike 1. Rush playing third base for the Hawks. His first time at bat. There's the kick and the pitch. Ball a little bit low. 1-1. The windup and the pitch. Off speed. Out to right field for a single. Rush starting it off there. Brings up Willis. Willis the pitcher. Seeing if he can help himself out here. I'm sorry, Willis the first baseman. Takes a strike. See if he can move Rush along there. There's a swing. Shortstop digs it up. Has to go to the first, and he's pulls the man off first. Everybody's safe. Rush on second. Willis on first. Brings up the pitcher Ward. So Ward with a chance to help himself out here. Coach Metter flashing signs to his base runners. Oh, fouls it down the third base line. Coach knocks it down. That one's low. Ward with a man on scoring position. And there's a balk called. So the runners advance. 2 men now in scoring position. So 2-1 is the count. Strike. 2-2. Strike 3. Caught looking. So you don't want that. You want to at least swing the bat, make contact, give the ball a chance to maybe get through or maybe bring a run home on an out. There's a hit out to left field. Fielder back, runner tags, and he's going to score. So Hoffman Estates takes the lead there. 2 out, man on second. Willis out there. That brings up number 8, Bonilla. Bonilla, the right fielder for the Hawks. Like to bring his teammate in. Strike. Looks down, gets a sign from his coach. Looked like he wanted to lay that last one down and pull the bat back. Fouls it back. That one's into the tennis courts. So 1-2. Oh, swing and a miss. So that's the 3rd out, but not before Hoffman Estates able to get one across, and they take a 1-0 lead. On the bottom of the second, Schaumburg has Beck, Spitelli, and Larson coming up. They're trailing by 1-0. So Ward looking in. The kick and the pitch. Oh, that ball spanked out to center. Not able to get it. Throw comes into third. But Beck is on second base with a stand-up double. So good start for the Saxons here. Spitelli coming up with man on second, nobody out. So Ward let the first hitter get on base last inning. Nobody was able to score. Let's see what happens this inning. Bunt, taken for a strike. Runner not able to advance. There's the kick and the pitch, and another bunt, but that one's foul. So 2 strikes, the count. See if Coach Seeley has him try to sacrifice again, or if he's going to let him swing. Strike 3, and then Throw to second. Throw to second got through to center field, but runner not able to advance. So Beck will stay there on second. One out. So Larson, the third baseman, up. The number 8 hitter swings and misses. Oh, ball bounces in. Runner's going to be able to advance. That's a pass ball on Ward. So that evens the count at 1-1. Ward not intending to help out the competition. It's another low ball for that one. 2-1. Swung on. That'll bring in a run. Second baseman gets it over for the out. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Rintz. So 2 outs, nobody on. Another low ball. Ball 1. Rintz the second baseman for the Saxons. Takes ball 2. So Ward's been low on those last 2 pitches. The kick and the pitch. Sent out to right field and it's foul. Wind to help push that one out of play. So 2-1 is the count. Ward looks in. Strike 2. So count even at 2-2. 2 out. Nobody on. High score 1-1. Oh, ball 3, very high. Rintz would have needed a ladder to get that one. Count is full. There it is. Over to second. First for the out. So Schaumburg able to score. There's 1 hit, nobody left. And at the end of 2, the score is 1-1. Okay, ready to start the top of the 3rd. Score is tied 1-1. Ranger on the mound. So it'll be Rucci, Harrison, Howell. There's a hit to the second baseman and over to first for the out. So that'll bring up the top of the order. Harris followed by Howell. Harris looks down, gets a sign from his coach. And down to talk to Coach Metter. Bellinger toes the rubber. There's the kick and the pitch. And it's low for ball. Bounced right in front of his catcher, wasn't able to field it. So Harris caught looking in the first inning. There's a swing, fouls it back onto the tennis courts. So 1-1 is the score. Bellinger kicks and pitches, and it's low. 2-1. It's the pitch. Off speed in there for a strike. Harris not happy with that call, steps out. So count of 2-2. There's the pitch, swung and dropped. Must have got a piece of it. So Harris with new life there as the catcher not able to squeeze that ball. Still 2-2. There's the windup and the pitch, and strike 3. So 2 down, brings up the catcher Howell. Howell grounded out to second base in the first inning. Swing at the curveball, misses, strike 1. There's the kick. Holds up, takes ball 1. 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that's low. So ball 2, 2-1 is the count. 2 out, none on. Oh, swing at the curveball, way out in front of that. 2-2. That one came in so slow he could have swung at it twice. Here's the pitch. Oh, check swing, fouls it back. Yep, we'll stay at 2-2. That ball coming in high. Wisely checks his swing, but ball hits it. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 rings him up. So 1, 2, 3 inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on, and at the end of 2.5, score remains 1-1. So Ward back on the mound. He's going to be facing the top of the Schaumburg batting order. Fiskowski, Recolino, and Ralston. Stiff wind out of the west. It's blowing from third out into right field. But the sun out makes a big difference. Okay, Ward back on the mound for the third inning. Facing the shortstop, Kiskowski. He walked in the first inning. Off speed for a ball. There's the kick and the pitch. Strike. So 1-1. Ward looks in, kicks and fires, pops it up. It's going to be out of play down the right field line. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hoping to push that one foul. Ward kicks and fires outside. Swings at a ball in the dirt. Throw to first, got him. So Kiskowski strikes out. That'll bring up Broccolino. Broccolino, the designated hitter for the Saxons, takes an off speed for a strike. Here's the kick and the pitch. Another breaking ball for a strike. 0-2. The kick and the pitch. Check swing. Shortstop. Fires, gets him. So 2 up, 2 out, brings up Ralston, the center fielder. Third baseman fields, long throw, pulls it off the bag, so safe at first base. So error on the third baseman. And coach out for a word with the field umpire. So the catcher Teely coming up. He hit a double his first time at bat. Left center field. Hawk fielders plenty deep. So Ward going to try to strand this one at first. Runner goes, ball bounces in there. So Ralston on at second with a stolen base there. Right. So Teely with 1-0 count. And on second. There's the pitch, low. Ball 2, catcher able to keep it in front of him. Ralston stays at second base. Two balls, no strikes. Ward looks in, checks the runner. Swung on. Hit to left field. And that'll bring one in. So just like the first inning, Thiele puts it out there, only this time for a single, but he gets an RBI. And Schaumburg takes a 2-1 lead. That'll bring up Paulson, the right fielder. So Ward giving up runs in back-to-back innings. Pitch runner in for Thiele with 2 outs, courtesy runner. There's a pitch. Pitcher thought about throwing down the first, decides not to. So 1-0 to Paulson, looking down to Coach Seeley for the sign. Ward checks the runner. He's going, swung on and missed. Throw to second is offline. So Thiele with a stolen base. So 1-1 the count to Paulson. He grounded out to third base his first time up. And he gets him. The ball bounced in, but in time for the out. So Schaumburg limited to 1 run on 1 hit and 1 left. And at the end of 3, Schaumburg leads 2-1. So Bellinger back out on the mound with a 1-run lead. Schaumburg leading 2-1. They've picked up runs in each of the last 2 innings. We're going to see the 3-4-5 hitter, Mays the shortstop, to lead off for Hoffman Estates. Here's the kick and the pitch. Low ball 1. Mays grounded out to third in the first inning. We'll see what happens here. Off speed, ball. 2-0. Hit out to right field, and right fielder able to catch that on the run. Hard hit, but a long out. So that'll bring up the catcher, Howell. Howell's grounded out to second and was caught looking in the last inning. So Bellinger looks in, kicks and fires. Ball outside. Swing, and fouls it back. One and one. Here's the kick, the pitch, strike 2. Hit deep to right field. Right fielder takes one step to his right for the out. So 2 hard hit balls, 2 long outs. That'll bring up the shortstop Mays. Nobody on, 2 out. Off speed in there for a strike. 0-1. Off speed, strike 2 at the knees. 0-2. Mays grounded to third in the first inning. Oh, swing and a miss for strike 3. Went after the high, hard one. Couldn't catch up to it. So, at the end of 3.5, the score remains 2-1, Schaumburg leading. Coming up to the bottom of the 4th inning, we'll be facing the 6, 7, 8 batters for Schaumburg. Ward trailing by 1. The first baseman Beck is up, takes us off speed for a strike. Beck doubled and scored in the 2nd inning. High and inside for a ball. Low and outside. 2-1. The kick and the pitch. Swing on. Foul down the third base line. If that had been over 1.5 feet, it would have been trouble. As it is, it's just a long strike. 3-2, full count here. Beck waiting for the payoff. Time is called. Back in, Ward on the rubber. Here's the kick and the pitch. There's a high fly ball out to center field. Center fielder camping under it, and he's got it for the out. So the wind not able to help that one. May have actually hung it up there a little bit. This is Spitelli. Takes a ball. Spitelli, the left fielder for the Saxons. He was called out on strikes in the 2nd inning. Count of 2-0 at the moment. Sun back behind a cloud and the wind picking up here. Outside, ball 3. 3-0. So, but he sees something to swing at here. Strike. Nice pitch at the knees. 3-1. So the kick and the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. So full count. back from 3-0 to 3-2. There's a payoff, strike three, swing and a miss. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Larson. Larson grounded out to the second baseman in the second inning. So he's going to see if he can get something going here with 2 outs, nobody on. Ward kicks off speed for a strike. Ward able to work out of a couple pitching jams here to get 2 outs. Fouled straight back. Right on it, but underneath it.
Go Ryan, be smart.
And the count is 2 strikes. A kick in the pitch, high, ball 1. Ward wasting one, brings high, pop fly out toward right field. The second baseman back, gloves it for the out. So, a 1-2-3 inning for Ward. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the score remains 2-1 Schaumburg. Okay, top of the 5th inning. Hawks chasing a run, 2-1. They're behind. So we've got Rush leading off, the third baseman. Swing and a miss on a fastball. We'll see Rush, Willis, and Ward. Here's the kick and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Rush not able to catch up to those 2 fastballs. Falls behind, 0-2. Bellinger kick, pitch high, ball 1. So Rush reached with a single in the second inning and has scored the only run for the Hawks. Oh, and he's caught looking. So he's not starting anything off for the Hawks this inning. So Willis stepping in. Ball. Bounces away from the catcher. Willis singled in the second inning. Takes a ball. 2-0. Inside, ball 3. So Willis with a 3-0 count, probably going to get something pretty good to swing at here. Takes strike right down the middle at the knees, 3-1. There's the kick. Swings, fouls it out of play down the right field line. So the count is full at 3-2. So gave it a ride, just foul. Here's the kick and the pitch. Ball 4. So Willis starts them off with a base on balls. bring up the pitcher, Ward. Ward with a man on first. Sun makes another appearance here. Gonna warm things up. So we're getting a change here. Got a pitch runner on at first. Looks like number 17, Mark Gonzalez, on to run. Takes his lead. There's the pitch. Tries to bunt. Bunts it foul. So Gonzalez back to first. Back. In time. Gonzalez with a decent lead, but able to get back fairly easily. There's the kick, and fouls that one back. Out of play. Onto the tennis courts. So 2 strikes, no balls. Here's the pitch, and it bounces in. Gonzalez going to second. Makes it on the pass ball. Catcher not able to get in front of that, not able to keep it in front of him. It bounces away. So Gonzalez is at scoring position. Ward with a chance to help himself. Oh, but he's rung up. So 2 out. Man on second. Bring up Conway, the left fielder. Conway flew out to the right fielder in the second inning. Takes a ball. Checks a runner. Here's the pitch. Swung on and miss. 1-1. Conway would like to tie this game up here. I'm sure Coach Metter would like for him to tie this game up here. Bellinger would like to walk off, maintaining the lead. So ball 2. 2-1. Checks a runner. Oh, high, hard one for a strike. Probably would have been a ball. 2-2 the count. 2 outs, man on second. Bellinger checks the runner. Fires home, fouled back into the tennis courts again. Good thing there's nobody out there playing tennis today. I think that's 3 of them that have been hit back on the courts. Oh, swing at an off-speed pitch. Hit the dirt. Catcher fires down to first for the out. So, no runs, 1 man left on a walk. And the score remains 2-1. So going into the bottom of the 5th inning, Schaumburg leading 2-1. So we'll have the number 9 hitter and then the top of the order. Rince, the second baseman. Ward back on the mound. Kicks and fires. Strike. Strike one. Rince grounded out to second base. His first time up. Takes a ball low. The kick and the pitch. Low ball two. 2-1. Here's the kick and the pitch. Strike two. 2-2. The kick and the pitch, swung on, fouled it down to the coach, who fields this one to the cheers of his bench over there. Coach Seeley showing the good hands. Ward with a kick and the pitch, strike three. So Rince goes for the high off-speed pitch, not able to make contact with it. We'll bring up the top of the order. The shortstop, Kiskowski. Oh, there's a double just inside the third baseline. So Kiskowski starts him off with a two-bagger. So Broccolino coming up. He grounded out to the shortstop his last time at bat. Low, ball one. One out, runner in scoring position. Swung on, popped up. Center fielder calls for it. Able to squeeze it for the out. So this will bring up Ralston. He reached on a third base error and scored. This is the third inning. Off speed for a ball. Sun again behind the cloud here. Checks the runner, pitches, strike. One and one to Ralston. We're trying to work out of a little bit of a jam here. Chop taken by the pitcher. Gets the out. So 1-3 is the put out. Ward able to keep him from scoring. One hit, one left. The score remains 2-1 at the end of 5. So top of the 6, Hoffman Estates will send the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Bonilla, Rochke, and Harris. Everything's cooling off with that sun out of the way. Vanilla struck out his first time at bat. Takes a ball. Bonilla, the right fielder for the Hawks, swings, sends it out to center. And taken by the right fielder. So a long out. There's a ball. Rochke, the center fielder, grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. Takes ball 2. Ellinger looks in, kicks and fires. High. Oh. On appeal, they said that he went around on that, wasn't able to check, so it's 2-1. First base umpire gave him the strike on that one. Off speed, strike. 2-2. Coach Metter saying, we need you, Rochke. Start something off here. Check swing, foul down the first base line. So 2-2. Time is called. So Bellinger holds up. The kick and the pitch. Off speed is low. Full count, 3-2. We'll see if Kochke gets something to hit here. Strike 3 called. So 2 up, 2 down. Bring up the top of the order. Harris. Harris flew out to right field last time at bat. So the second baseman looking to get something started here with 2 out. Swings! Gets that one into center field for a base hit. Oh, he's going for 2. No, he holds up. So Harris looked like he might be trying to stretch that one into a double if they weren't paying attention. Throwing a bit leisurely, but he holds up, stays with a single. High chopper, taken by the shortstop. Oh, everybody's safe. So Howell with a chopper, high chopper to the shortstop is able to get on, as Harris able to beat the ball over to second. So now 2 out, 2 on. Bring up Mays, the shortstop. Called out on strikes last time. Also grounded out to the third baseman. Has a chance to do some damage here. 2 on, 2 out. Coach Metter having a few words with his batter. Oh, high off speed, hit out of play down the first baseline. So 0-1 to the shortstop, Mays. Kick and the pitch, swings and misses. Runner caught between second and third. And he's tagged out. So Harris caught up there, caught trying to steal for the third out. So Hoffman Estates threatens but can't get anything across there. So the score remains 2-1, Schaumburg leading. Little meeting on the mound. Some high fives as Ward is back to the bump. Facing the catcher, Thiele. He had a single to center field last time. Swing on. Shortstop charges, fires for the out. So that'll bring up Paulson, the right fielder. He grounded out to third base last time. Ward looks in, kicks, fires, strike. Swung on. Shortstop takes it, fires. In time. So 2 straight ground balls to the shortstop, 2 straight outs. So Ward's thrown 3 pitches, has 2 outs. Looks in. Kicks, fires, throws a strike. Buck takes a look at it. The kick and the pitch swung on to the shortstop for the out. So a very redundant inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 hits to the shortstop. No hits, no runs, nobody left. So at the end of 6, the score remains 2-1. So top of the 7th, this is the last chance for the Hawks. They got to score here or go home. So Mays was up when Harris was caught in the rundown, so he'll lead it off. Mays, Rush, and Gonzalez, I believe. The ball's in, and Field touches gloves out on the mound. Telling Bellinger to finish this one off. Strike. This is number 12, Willis. Batting for Mays. Ball. Here's the kick and the pitch. Little check swing, bouncer to the pitcher, takes it over to first for the out. So Willis not able to get a spark. Yep, number 19. Ryan Ward. Ball. So Coach Metter looking for a spark here at the top of the 7th. Swung on out to center field, high fly ball. Center fielder is under it for the out. Hit it high, hit it out. High ball one. Number 22, Conway. In the dirt. Strike at the knees. The kick. Swung and fouled straight back. So Hoffman Estates down to their last out. Conway trying to get something going here. High for a ball. The kick and the pitch. Swung on. Up the middle, taken by the second baseman, knocked down, no play. So Conway on. Bring up number 4, William Herbert. Strike one. One and one. Outside ball 2. 2 and 1, 2 out, man on first. Time is called as the sun peeks back out. Hoffman Estates looking to get something going with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Ellinger trying to shut him out. Swing and a miss. 2 and 2. Ellinger steps off the rubber. Checks a runner. Here's the pitch. Low. Full count, 3-2. Runner will be off with this pitch. Here's the pitch, swung on, out to left field. Left fielder is there, catches it for the out. So Hoffman Estates not able to tie it up here. And they will lose this one 2-1. So 1 hit, 1 left. But Hoffman Estates not able to score. So your final here, 2-1. Schaumburg takes 2 in a row. They won yesterday 5-2, and they take this one 2-1. So they will go to, Schaumburg will go to 2-2 in the MSL, and Hoffman Estates will go to 2-3. Well, that's it for your HETV game of the week. For my partner Rick Signorella, I'm Bruce Anderson. Thanks for watching.